Quite recently, we've begun to take it for granted that the internet simply exists. You type in a web address on a PC or a mobile device, and the web page loads instantly and effortlessly, signal permitting, of course. But when you type in that web address and press return, a range of interdependent technologies are responsible for transmitting data, sometimes around the world, to the screen in front of you.
The first term you need to understand is URL, or Uniform Resource Locator. The URL is what you type into the address bar when you want to go somewhere on the web. Most often, the place that you're trying to reach is a web page, indicated by either HTTP or HTTPS at the beginning of the URL. But other URLs exist that might open an email client with an email address pre-typed into the to box, or your URL might begin with the letters FTP, short for File Transfer Protocol. This type of URL allows files to be transmitted to other locations on the web.
Let's assume you've typed in the URL of a web page. The contents of that web page now need to be displayed to you, but they have a journey to make yet, perhaps covering thousands of miles. Why don't we assume you typed in the URL for Google's homepage? Millions of people access the Google homepage from around the world every day. How does the web page make it to the right computers? The answer lies in a technology called addressing.
Your computer has two addresses. First, there's an IP address, or Internet Protocol address. This uniquely identifies your computer while it is online. If two computers had the same IP address, travelling data wouldn't know which computer to go to. If you leave the internet and go back online, you might find you've got a different IP address, or you might not. If it's different, it's still unique.
There are two concurrent versions of IP addressing system. IP version 4 allowed for over 4 billion unique addresses, and it turned out that this was not enough. Fewer people go offline and free up IP addresses, and many people have multiple devices, each with their own addresses. IP version 6 has a lot more combinations. How many? Picture a 3, followed by a 4, followed by 37 zeros.
The second address is a MAC address, or Media Access Control address. This is a number that's written into the hardware of your network card. The network card is where the Wi-Fi antenna or Ethernet port is on your computer, and the MAC address cannot be changed.
When you request a web page, your request includes your computer's IP address, so that the web server knows where to send the copy of the web page. The MAC address is also included in the request, but that's generally not needed until the web page has reached your local area network. In due course, your ISP, Internet Service Provider, delivers the web page to you. Your ISP is a company that gives you access to the internet.
Finally, the page arrives at your computer and is displayed using a program called a browser. The job of the browser is to begin the process of sending requests to web servers and to display any web pages that then arrive. Chrome, Safari, Firefox, and Internet Explorer are all browsers, and they are the beginning and the end of each request for a web page.